hard to execute ultimate always comes through.
Well, we're running through the rosters right now. We'll have to see if GA can successfully peel for Mystic, but helping him out will be Aluka in the top lane, but for the laning phase, he's got to deal with Let Me. In the jungle, it's Spirit and MLXG.
Yeah, this is probably the matchup to highlight here. You've got a Fizz versus Nidalee matchup. Can Spirit go aggressive, or will MLXG dictate the pace? As we take a look at two young mid laners, Xie and Xiaohu coming through there. And Mystic versus Whoosh, once again, relatively young AD carry role. Yeah,
and in the bottom lane to help them out, it's going to be Conan and Lei M. Ooh, I am excited for this match. This is going to be really fun.
Yeah, I actually am super pumped to see whether WE can put it back together, you know? They really did put a solid run towards the end of last split. It fell apart, and now they're kind of trying to pick up the building blocks yet again. And I want to see whether Spirit can get it together.
Yeah, we're getting into game right now. Welcome back, everyone. It's World Elite versus RNG. We're in Week 9, Day 3, Set 3, Game number 1, 28 seconds in. And RNG are grouped up on the top side of the map. You know, I think I'm feeling it too. I think I'm feeling the late season, late split World Elite surge for playoffs.
Oh, it's not if Aluka gets caught.
Oh, yeah. Oh, whoa. Nope. I'm still feeling it.
Yep. All right. So that's still bad news because Aluka won't have a flash during the laning phase. Lei also won't have his, but he is much tankier than Ryze at this stage of the game. And RNG, we mentioned the fact that they want a lane swap, try and keep the Ryze down. They get the deep vision.
Yeah, it looks like they are going for a lot of deep wards right now. It is being answered by W on the far side. Oh, Spirit takes some punishment, but he's got a tier 1 to keep himself safe. Oh, I thought Xie was Xiaohu for a second there and was just going to drop a poison for some free mana. But not quite the case.
So Xiaohu's playing Victor, so he can't drop poison.
Wait, that's my teammate. I can't hurt my teammate.
Can. Just not in game.
Oh, they are sitting right next to each other. Oh, you can in-game with Tahm Kench. It's 5-13.
Just eat him?
Yeah, you eat him. There used to be a bug where with Tahm Kench, you could eat your ally right as you, like, eat him and you tongued him. You could do damage when you threw him.
Really?
And, like, you get the kill gold and everything.
Oh, that's the best.
It's pretty grand. I think they fixed it in 5-14, so we've only got 3 more games.
As Tahm Kench, I thought you spat people into structures, not over structures. So last night I was playing him as the jungle start does come through, lane swap has been matched right now by Team WE. Yeah, so I walked up with my mid laner to the base wall and accidentally threw my Victor into the enemy base. He was not happy at me. Yeah. I'm new at the champion, you know, we'll figure it out.
Oh my goodness, that's great. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, so the lane swaps are met on both sides. RNG steal away the blue buff. They might actually get an opportunity for a 3-buff start as MLXG roams around and teleport is initiated by Let Me. We'll keep an eye on Spirit and see if he decides to head to the invade or if he just continues to play it safe in his own side of the jungle.
Yeah, he must know that the 3-buff came through with where the support and AD carry came from, so he's going for it.
Yeah.
In saying that, you really don't want to run into a Nidalee at the earlier stages of the game. Just so quick at clearing. Actually looks like not going to be going for the 3-buff at all, so maybe a little bit of let up here from MLXG looking for an early game.
Oh, he's got the spear prepped and
MLXG
ready.
should be on the other side of the lane.
Oh man, lots of damage comes across in flash. Burned by Xie.
Sorry, Xie should have been on the other side of the lane. MLXG was in the perfect position there, and Lei now coming down. Oh, Xie.
No, he doesn't have flash. There goes the exhaust. One more stun. He's locked down. First blood, Xiaohu.
Yeah, and what a great start coming through from RNG. As we mentioned, they've got really good early laning phases. And now Spirit going to be forced off a Scuttlebug as well. Aluka has to get out of there because he has no flash. This is horrible for Team Wii.
I'm still feeling it. The late split playoff surge.
As long as you're feeling it, man. I retract previous statement. And you can see they're still up here in the jungle. They look for the swap back. They get it. And they're also going to find Spirit here.
Oh no, they might just face check him. The ward comes down, stun locks him away, and another flash burn. Poor WE, these guys are playing with half their summoner. So.
Yeah, and all without MLXG. We mentioned it. He got in there for the early game, gets the assist down onto Xiaohu. Now he's got Spirit's flash out of him as well. And we mentioned don't want to meet early game in Italy. They've met her way too many times for comfort right now.
Yeah, that's 3 ganks 4 minutes into the game. and minions didn't even spawn until 2 minutes in. This is great play from MLXG.
Certainly is, and now Aluka copping some punishment here. MLXG still on the bottom half of the map, maybe looking for a dive, going to spot Mystic out with a creep wave, so they won't commit to it. But, wow. Just looking at how well RNG put together a 500 gold lead already. Rise going to have to continue to scale up, might not have the opportunity.
Yeah, he does have his teleport, so we'll see if he decides to use that. Yep, heading up to the top lane right now. And the duos have swapped down to the bottom side of the map. Interesting to see RNG be so mobile around the map this early on.
And one thing I want to point out is AD carries hate to swap early because they have big item purchases. Think BF Sword, Pickaxe, they're all lots of gold. Mystic doesn't really care, because for the first 3, he'll just go back and grab like longsword, dagger, and be able to just rotate around the map on no gold whatsoever, and be able to actually work towards his meaningful first item. Doesn't sacrifice anything in the build. So RNG have to be careful how many times they swap Wush around, because eventually it will start affecting the build.
We'll see if Wushin can keep up. Right now he's down about 6 CS as Spirit. He gets that second Scuttle Crab for himself. Looks for a nice invade as well. But MLXG on the recall might be able to find him in the jungle if he heads over to the Raptor camp right now instead of the
wants the gank.
Oh no, but he is looking for the gank instead. Xiaohu's awful far forward. This is a scary spot for Xiaohu to be. The stun locks him down, but there's so much poison barrier and ignite. Is it going to be enough? It's ticking away, and Xiaohu lives.
Yeah, able to live, and we didn't see MLXG headbutt a wall. That was a visual bug showing not, wasn't he? Did do that. But great gank coming out of Spirit here. That was a mid laner and a jungler that didn't have flash, returning some of the punishment that had come through early. And Spirit able to also leech some experience here. That's going to be great news for him. MLXG needs to be careful. He's going to get dove.
Oh yeah, Cronin shows himself. The tornado manages to land. They're going to try bursting him out, but flash consumed. Spear will find Conan on the back.
Yeah, but that's once again another flash burn by Team Wii, and we said that they don't necessarily have the best laning phases. Looking much more comfortable with Spirit ganking heavily. Ooh, Mystic.
There's the condemn. Wushin takes some punishment.
Talked about it, 1v1, definitely not Vane's weak point without being shoved in, and right now being left alone with Woosh in the lane, going to definitely benefit Mystic.
So let's talk about that a little bit more. The fact that we are seeing World Elite lane so effectively this early on, what does that mean for them? Will they be able to transition this into an advantage?
Yeah, so you hope that what happens is that Mystic gets slightly ahead or even with Woosh and can just solo lane against him, become a split push threat, or better yet, deal with the Shen. If they can keep Let Me down, maybe get a gank into the top lane, and Vane's ever stronger than Let Me, can shove him out of both the ultimate and the teleport. It just means that Mystic will absorb so much mid-game farm and become this late-game hyper carry without having to give up any map presence.
Gank attempt from RNG sends 4 members to the bottom side, but Mystic's very well aware of it. Zap will tag him as well, but it's definitely safe under that turret. We'll have to keep an eye on whether or not he can make it to that late game hyper carry status, because there are a lot of threats on the team for WE, and it seems like they're going for that hyper carry style, protect the carry style, where they have enough threats to make up for it. Whoa, MLXG jumps the wall, finds Spirit. This is a tricky space. He misses
great
the
by
spear.
Spirit there. He actually...
Some more action. The Spirit hops the wall, seeing the rest of RNG, decides not to commit.
But he still has his smite. He saw MLXG use his smite, so definitely still the contest available. MLXG is coming back off cooldown now.
Yeah, Ranger Smite is back up, as MLXG does have that, and snags away the rest.
And so what happened there was, as we have more action.
Yeah, more action on the bottom. Mystic takes some punishment.
All right, so what happened there is Spirit didn't want to tank the red buff whilst he was fighting MLXG, so he used his Q to position himself away from the red buff. So in the end, MLXG was tanking it, had to smite it for some health back, also missed the first spear. It was just the earlier rotation coming through from RNG. When you're the proactive team, much easier to call teammates in. So Spirit got the heck out of dodge, but good initial response coming through by the pit.
Oh, looks like he does dive once again. MLXG very low health.
Can Spirit find him? No.
Nope, he plays it safe and just hops the wall.
But that's really smart coming through there for MLXG. He knows that it's a free cooldown, doesn't want to give up anything, so just pops himself over a wall for a recall.
Yeah, clever play. Did reward him with the safety of his life, though right now WE have their duo on the bottom side of the map and almost complete vision control of that Dragon Pit. RNG have been much more proactive in controlling that side of the map. And we talked a little bit earlier about how RNG want to control the get that early lane swap so they can shut Aluka down. He's almost 20 CS ahead of Let Me Right.
Yeah, I was going to point it out as well. You see that they're pick strong lanes here on the side of Team WE. Even Cassiopeia, really strong laner. And it's just done them all well to good. They're up in nearly every single lane. Even GA, who was ganked twice early on, has been able to get himself up to even in CS. So definitely a good early game coming through from Team Wing.
See if they can transition this early game into more of an advantage. Once again, they're still only about 600 gold over the course of this laning phase. MLXG waiting in the wings, looking for a gank, but the only thing he's going to find is Spirit and a Scuttle Crab. Spirit actually looks to scare him away here, despite the fact that the Runeglaive is finished for MLXG to only the Ruby Crystal of Spirit.
Yeah, but he's got the skirmishing, the challenging smite coming through there, so also mitigates a lot of the damage. As long as he can dodge the spear, should be able to win the 1v1, and hasn't let up.
Oh, yeah. Spirit continues to chase MLXG around, getting some more aggression back in. That highlighted matchup looks to be just as exciting as predicted with both of the junglers.
Oh, missed the winded bite. That is so bad out of lane.
Lucian takes the punishment because of it.
So this is a problem with Braun, where you can't generally run him into 2v2 lanes, let alone one with a Janna where you can successfully maneuver yourself around the laning phase. Just way too hard to get any of those Winter's Bites landing, and now Let Me might be getting dove in the top lane.
Yeah, Spirit looking like he might head on up there once Aluka gets himself forward. I believe the time to go was when that cannon minion was still alive.
Definitely was. They just respecting how tanky Let Me is right now. Maybe looking to see if the lane will reverse off the turret.
Could be trying to bait him back out here. He has got his teleport, but I don't think he's going to fall for it. MLXG snags one more Scuttle Crab and continues to try looking for ganks on his own. Xiaohu actually heads down to that side. I don't know if they had vision of Spirit, but this is an excellent play as he's on the other side of the map.
Certainly is, and you know, they've got the Scuttle Crab. They recognize that the bottom lane was backing, so free first dragon coming across for RNG. MLXG will have to return to base, but he probably wanted to shop anyway because he's been on that Runeglaive for quite some time. There's going to be a Cinderhold coming through here for Spirit.
Yeah, so Cinderhulk is the trade-off for that first dragon, and even the wave crashing into the turret. That's Mystic missing out on a bit of CS, though he is fairly close. After this wave, he should have an advantage in terms of creeps. Whoa, Spirit finds Leia over the wall. Lucian collapses, flash instantly uses. The stun gets locked out. Is it going to be successful? Lucian turns it around, gets the kill.
Yeah, really nice play coming through there from Lee to get the first Winter's Bite down. All of a sudden, there's 5 members. GA whiffs the ult. And mid lane turret under some real pressure.
Yeah, Wushin looks like he's not going to commit to it. Sees the pressure from Mystic on the bottom side and heads back on down. But you mentioned GA, no ultimate right now. Xiaohu's free to shove this in.
Yeah, certainly is. And maybe even has some better dueling potential on the side of Victor right now. Blue buff has the ultimate still available on his side of the lane. And that's what we normally see out of a Jinx once she picks up a damage item boots, who wants to get into the mid lane and see if she can knock down some structures early. And now they're going to contest a blue buff. Well, Luca's there, though. That's really dangerous.
Yeah, really.
I disagree with this.
RNG walks right into a Luca. Might decide to turn it around as MLXG is the primary target. Stand United gets blown, but Spirit brings him low with the Luca. Xiaohu will similarly be dropped in 2 free kills for World Elite.
Yeah, one of them going across to a Luca who's already 20 CS up, invading on the weak side of the map, because right now, Let Me not having a good time in the lane. MLXG, maybe some over-aggression, and this is what we spoke about. Their decision-making at time, a little bit questionable.
Yeah, he's trying so hard to shut Spirit down, but it's punishing him so much. GA in the mid lane catches up with Conan. They're going to get a lot of damage onto the mid-tier 1. Might be able to bring it low before Xiaohu can get there. And yeah, the turret is going to fall with a bit of base tanking from World Elite.
Yeah, so they're able to pick up the first turret of the game, get themselves their first real meaningful lead. Also be able to transition over that blue buff. One thing to point out, MLXG, he's been smiting wolves quite a bit. If you're counter jungling, always good to smite yours and the opposition's wolves to be able to keep tabs on where the other jungler is. Allows you to play a little bit more aggressive once you see them with that kind spirit.
The Wolf Spirit just hunting it around, though it looks like MLXG is on the hunt with Lay M right now. Mystics very far forward here.
Conan's still not coming into the bottom
Will they commit to
lane.
it? No, he plays it safe and actually backs up to the
Nah,
turret
he
just out of the wrong time. There goes the Condemn. Are they going to look for the dive? Exhaust gets dropped, but he flashes under the turret. There goes the knockup stun, locks him down. Teleport is not going to be enough to heal. Manages to save him. Wuxin looks for the kill, but can't find it. His greed costs him his life.
Conan, the hero on the back end of that, you know. Lay didn't want to burn the flash. He could have just flashed on top of the Vayne there, got the guaranteed knock-up, made sure the spear hit and the execute would have been an easy result. But in the end, they try and save the maximum. Great rotation coming through from the Team World Elite. And Conan, like, cannot speak volumes about how much he just saved his AD carry there. What a great ultimate coming through from Janna.
Yeah, solid play from Conan. Very nice move
Knocked
from
three
World
people out, held it for the heal, got the shield in the end as well. It was just everything you could imagine coming out of the Janna ultimate was there in that one.
Yeah, now World Elite do have a minor gold advantage, despite RNG picking up that first 500 gold advantage over the laning phase. It has gone back in favor of World Elite. They decide to go for a bit of a lane swap, putting Mystic into the short mid lane. GA was actually on the top side to catch some farm, while Aluka sat on bottom.
Yeah, that was just because Aluka had blown his teleport to get down there, so they moved the Cassiopeia up into the lane to make sure Shen couldn't take the turret. Now Aluka's 2-0-1. So, you know, we've been talking about his Scion, his Rise, definitely having a great performance this time around. I like to say it speaks to Aluka's prowess, not the champion's current win rate, but certainly looking good right now for the blue side.
Yeah, our World Elite, with that minor advantage, we talked about seeing whether or not they could propel this advantage further forward, and so far it seems like all of the advantages they've been getting have been reactionary. It's RNG that makes a play, then WE react properly and are able to deflect it appropriately.
And I feel that's actually the way to play against RNG, you know, because they are a little bit inexperienced. They will make mistakes when they look for aggressive plays. So as an experienced lineup, Aluka and Spirit, very experienced players coming in here, they're going to be able to punish any small missteps. And so far that definitely has been the tale.
Luka shoving the wave under the turret, looks to bring it low, but it will barely be saved. Oh man.
He's just looking to deny as much CS away from him right now as possible. There you go, burn the ultimate. Going to be able to take the turret.
Auto attack for just a bit of extra gold, but that's Aluka taking the second turret for Team World Elite, and you know, I got to admit, I'm still feeling it. Late split World Elite playoff surge. Starts with this game here.
Yeah, it certainly does, and both junglers in the bottom lane right now want to make their presence felt. MLXG gonna find Spirit.
Yeah, he does. The spear tags Spirit to the face. There's the leap to continue chasing, but Spirit will just playfully trickster his way out of there.
So they're playing with the Shen ultimate right now. Like, you wonder why they can go so aggressive. It's because Aluka doesn't have his teleport, and Let Me has both teleport and stand united, so they can afford to dive in, see if they can get some cheeky damage down before this dragon is started up. First one, of course, was taken by RNG when Spirit was on the top side of the map, and now they're looking for number 2.
Yeah, Aluka back up on that bottom side, doesn't have his teleport, but he just decided to foot it on down there. Dragon has spawned. World Elite, are they going to be the ones who get superior positioning on it? And it doesn't look like RNG want to contest this. World Elite get their first dragon.
So Aluka has like a Trespassers Beware sign on him right now. Yeah, I was going to make a bad joke.
If you get too close to him,
yeah,
he's going to stick his dogs on you.
Yeah, don't do that. Like, Trespassers will be shot, survivors will be shot again, kind of thing. But certainly is in a position of power, so you cannot really blame RNG for trading this top turret for the dragon. Definitely the right call.
Yeah, RNG getting some much needed gold. They're only 400 gold behind World Elite when it's all said and done, but the momentum rests securely in World Elite's hands, and we got to start asking ourselves, RNG, they've made a few plays that World Elite have successfully effectively countered and dealt. What can they do to make something happen that World Elite won't be able to deal with? How do they change that?
Well, they both actually have really good scaling compositions coming through here. Like, you have a look at the Jinx as well as Nidalee. Like, Victor, Shen, they all scale incredibly well into the late game. WE have a similar composition. So right now, RNG, we mentioned the fact that they would be confident in their ability to execute around skirmishes. So you can see MLXG and Lei, they're doing the same thing over and over again. Let me see if I can find a 2v2 or 3v3 where we can use this Shen ultimate and get ourselves in a position of power.
We have not seen any solid skirmishes for RNG just yet outside of those few early kills, but they are continuing to look and continuing to aggress forward. There's actually a bit of a lack of vision from RNG because they do only have that one sight stone on their side. Oh, Xie getting awful far forward here. Gets tagged with the Winter's Bite, but Spirit on the counter gank finds Lucian, who flashes a little bit too slow. Spirit with low mana. Whoa, dodges the taunt. He's all over the place, but he still goes low. Conan tries to save him, but cannot succeed. This just might be the fight RNG want. They back off.
Fantastic flash out of Let Me. Made sure the Condemned didn't stun him into the wall there. Lucas still might want to go on to Lei.
Yeah, Laney dashes forward with the Unbreakable, but cannot find a target. RNG split on opposite sides. Aluka just needs one snare, and the chain CC will begin, but it doesn't look like RNG are going to fall for it as Spears and one of those bottle caps, fireworks coming out from Jinx.
So in the end, RNG get the kill. Secure themselves 1,000 gold lead, so it's very even mid-game starting up here. Just really that turret in the bottom lane that needs to be knocked down for WE. RNG eyeing greedily that middle lane turret, seeing if they can open the map up further. But Spirit just went in a little bit too deep without any mana there, gets made pay.
Yeah, so things not working out too great for WE after that fight, though they were able to successfully dissuade any sort of further engage from RNG. 4 members of World Elite on the bottom side look to trade one tier 1 for another. It's RNG group up in the mid lane. Wushin running forward with the spear, misses. Xie's got to be afraid of the dive, but he's going to try saving this turn in time. He's got Conan to back him up. In fact, World Elite get the better of the trades.
Yeah, typically you don't dive a Cassiopeia. She has this ultimate that stops everyone in their tracks and it does so much damage per second that it's not generally a wise idea, especially with no cleansers on your team. So RNG may be giving a little bit too much respect over to WE, but Cassiopeia is one of those champions that definitely deserves any respect that can be given.
Blue now is being stolen by World Elite. Yeah, he's looking for the 1v1, but Layem is down there. I don't think he's going to fall for it. Yeah, no. I was about to say that no Jinx would fall for something like that, but I've played solo queue.
Yeah. That's a very... See? You're already more susceptible.
So we're 22 minutes into the game. There's a minor gold lead for RNG, but when it's all said and done, it's only 500 between the two, even in turrets, even in dragons. Though World Elite do have that one turret advantage. And a very scary late scaling team composition. Looks like World Elite are feeling much more comfortable than we expected them to in this match.
Yeah, they certainly are, you know, and they've got Aluka on Rise. Never thought I'd say this, but the scaling mage in the top lane coming out for Team WE means that their late game is going to be completely terrifying. As you can see, going to be the Q over the W over the E. Strange, because I saw a lot of people go E-max after the nerfs, but Aluka does not subscribe to their particular philosophy of Rise play. I can't blame him. Always the trendsetter, doing very well in this game.
Yeah, going for the needlessly large rods. I believe that's second. Yeah, he's completed his Rod of Ages, got the tier stacking, and now looking for
Ceres builds out of a needlessly large rod right now. 1250, 60 AP, the dream.
513.
I love the new AP items. They are so much more smooth.
It's really great. Oh, let's actually start taking a look at Xie. He is down just a bit in CS, but going for the Abyssal Scepter first in this match.
Yeah, so you can understand Abyssal's always being good against AP strong top half of the map. So you look at it, it's a Nidalee, it's a Shen, he does primarily magic damage, especially with the Barmy Cinder and Jiahu, so always going to be useful to get an Abyssal Scepter in your lineup, and also the Merc Tread. So agree that Xie, it's a little bit more defensive. You might see this build out of someone like Dade. I know that we saw him build a QSS, not expecting that stream to come through, but GA respecting the magic damage on the side of RNG. Means if he goes with flat health as well, very effective because he's already got some magic resistance.
Yeah, we'll see if he decides to go for that Rylai's Crystal Scepter, not committing to the rush with this, instead playing it safe with the Abyssal first and the scaling Seraph, which has just been finished. Now, Dragon has spawned while the Elite do have superior positioning. They're going to take it without contest from RNG, who are content to see the second Dragon over.
Yeah, that big sign's still around Aluka's neck. It will be there for a little bit longer, so as I said, you're going to give Aluka as much of a wide berth as you possibly can. Locket also finished up right now against double Abyssal on the side of RNG, so aura items are the flavor of the day.
So what can RNG do to deal with that Aluka threat right now? Do they just have to sit and wait to outscale a scaling mage?
Yeah, they just, as I said, they're looking to see whether they can use their Shen to generate one of those 2v2, 3v3 fights. And hasn't really worked just yet. They need to push their vision up a little bit further if they want to be using this strategy. 57 CS as well. Let me really starting to fall behind Aluka in the top lane. You're right, it's a ticking time bomb and they just can't find their in. It's funny, we're talking like World Elite have this massive margin that they're playing with, but realistically they're still behind on the match, just not able to get much going on the side of RNG.
Yeah, a lot of that gold difference is coming from MLXG. He's a solid 600 gold ahead of Spirit, 30 jungle CS from being so proactive around the map. And then there's another clean 1,000 gold advantage for Wushin on the bottom lane. So it's small sort of solo laner advantages that we expected RNG to take with this.
Yeah, it certainly is. And one thing I do want to point out against WE's composition now that we're at the 25-minute mark, Baron, very real objective. They've got a Vayne, they've got Cassio Rise, they've also got the execution damage that comes through from Fizz. So they win any kind of skirmish on the top half of the map. That will be the objective they look for. But you're right, this is MLXG having to carry for his team, looking to see whether he can get any assassinations. And a lot more defensive play coming through from WE.
Yeah, and that seems to suit them just fine with that late game team scaling comp. Scaling team comp? Wow. Holy words. I think I just reached into a grab bag of words and pulled out a random jumble.
Draw thesaurus in the air, shot it with a machine gun,
yeah,
picked up the words.
Oh man, I threw darts at the word board, and all of my darts missed the board. So it's a very slow, patient game. We're not seeing any crazy action from this one. And, you know, we didn't really expect anything too action-packed. If anything, we were looking for MLXD to be the one making plays. And it seems like he's a little dissuaded after his early attempts. He got some great early games. I remember saying in 4 minutes he got 3, but oh man, as I say it, GA gets tagged. The Glacial
MLXG
Fissure
gets
misses.
over the wall.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a scary situation now as the rest of
got
the Elite. Yeah, they're going to try turning it around. Mystic goes way too far ham. Gets caught in the stun. He's still doing fine, though, and RNG are forced to back away.
They have teleport on Rise. They can flank if they want to. They're not choosing to pull the trigger.
Yeah, they aren't. There it goes.
There it is.
Yeah, teleport being dropped as well. Spirit trying to chase forward. Will Aluka get in there? He's caught in the gravity field. Can they burst through Aluka? No, he's flashing away. The Snap of the Seraphim completed. Spirit chases forward. They're trying to pick up these kills here. Wushin gets caught, and Aluka has engaged. Oh my goodness, the damage from World Elite. They turn onto the Baron.
And Baron straight away. This is what we mentioned. Their team comp is designed to destroy that big whatever the heck it is. And Aluka just gets into range of 2 carries and explodes them in a row. Team WE showing exactly what their team composition does during the mid-game. And wow, RNG, they look like they're in a great position. Couldn't chunk around into health bars, and WE make them pay.
Yeah, just not quite solid communication between RNG backing out of that fight. They were like, wait, we've got GA. Oh my gosh, his whole team is here, run. And then World Elite just chased them down and picked up a few kills. So
that's even on the back end, they were like, we caught Aluka. We don't want to catch Aluka. Yeah. Get away.
This is a great idea. We'll dive the Rise. Oh no, this is a terrible idea.
You can see Aluka with all the spell vamp he gets from the ultimate was just happily tanking that turret.
Oh yeah.
Now definitely a first real gold advantage coming through. And Aluka picks up an outright Banshee's Veil, so going for more of a defensive flavor.
Yeah, still content to play it nice and defensive with this. World Elite, they've got Baron buff on all 5 members. They've got deep wards. The only thing that's left to do now is pull the trigger. This seemed they had some difficulty with the beginning of that last fight.
Wow, Xie might be going the oldest Cassiopeia build I've seen.
Oh my gosh.
Olivia got 3 members behind him. Can he win?
Yeah, let's
I
see.
have faith in him.
He doesn't have his
teleport
ultimate.
as well.
4 members are heading for Aluka. He's running into the minion wave right now.
This is not the ride you were looking for.
This is a tricky spot. The tag misses. He's not going to be stunned. He gets to dish out his full damage, but there goes the concussive blows. They're trying to knock him down. Does he have the sustain? No, he does not. Wushin shuts him down.
He unloaded on Lei for some reason. Didn't have to there, but in the end, it's going to be the pick for nothing. Also looks like Conan.
Yeah, what? Spirit?
Spirit's just waiting for his team.
He's taking a nap. Aluka's like, go, go, go! And Spirit's like, we'll take a nap.
He's like, I have no minions, man. What do you want me to do? I know none of the team is here. I just saw them kill you.
Exactly. So, World Elite, they trade over that kill onto Aluka and a significant amount of shutdown gold onto Wushin for that mid-tier 2 turret. They still have Baron for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Will they be able to take anything else with it? Uh-oh.
Probably not.
They might have made a mistake leaving this mid lane turret.
Yeah, I had one hit left. Let me runs in, takes that one out. Dragon probably in the next real objective that RNG will be able to take off their Aluka pick.
RNG look to take their second Dragon out. 5 members grouped up in the pit. Conan looks for the steal.
That was close.
MLXG gets the smite and secures
it. 247 HP smite coming through there from MLXG.
Yeah.
I think it does a little bit more damage than that, but I'll have to check in.
Especially at level 13.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
does more than that at level 1.
Yeah. Okay, so 30
now they're
minutes
looking for MLXG. He's about to hop over the wall.
Yeah, making the
spot in.
exact same escape route he used last time. Hey, if ain't broke, don't fix it. Aluka getting a big minion wave on the bottom side of the map, though his team no longer has Baron. World Elite look to set up a siege.
Yeah, and once again, this is a really hard team to dive on, not just because of Conan, but Xie has the big stop button. They send Lei to the front. Fish goes in.
Yeah, looks like they could be going for this. No, they're focused on the turret. Now the fight breaks out. Lei gets out of there, and Conan actually falls. No, they trade 1 for 1, and this is Spirit trying to get in. Aluka in the front lines. He's waving that sign, but he just doesn't have enough. Xiaohu ignores him, turns onto the carries before retreating. The Chaos Storm does so much damage. The Rocket finds Aluka, and RNG are on the chase, trying to pick up the kill. The spear finds Aluka. Lemmy misses the Shadow Dash. They're trying to turn around. Xie has so much damage, but it is not enough. Zap goes wide and World Elite disengage.
Yeah, in the end, they get the heck out of dodge. Trading 1 for 1, but getting the turret there for Team WE. No Void Staffs picked up so far, and you saw the big tanky Shen able to stand at the front of the team fight. And this is a Wota Cassiopeia coming through there. It's going to be a Spirit Visage, probably end up in a Void Staff. Ocelot used to go this build in Season 2.
Oh, man. We're getting flashbacks here. This is great. Xie, 2-1-2 right now, going for the old school Cassiopeia
build. In fact,
build.
for a blast from the past, the first person I ever saw use this build was the Rain Man.
Oh, my God.
And he was TSF's top laner.
Holy cow. That takes me back. Was that Season 2? Or was that late Season 1?
Late Season 1, I think.
Oh, man.
The years learned to one, so don't want we go back that
yeah,
far.
I know. Sure. Xie was watching through the history books of how to...
As a 12-year-old.
Yeah. He said, I want to try this one day at a competitive match, and that day is today. Oh, no. Oh, Blue was secured by Xiaohu. Okay, they're on the same team. It's okay.
That's twice you've done it.
I don't know what team Xiaohu is on. World Elite on the top side of the map, clearing away that last remaining Tier 2 turret. RNG cannot respond in time, and World Elite are in complete control of this game.
Shen's still in the bottom lane. The danger here is that if Aluka just flashes forward and gets Xiaohu...
Oh, they're diving Xiaohu! I don't know if they have the damage as Lei with a great dash knock up, and the Shadow Dash blocks Xie under the turret. He's cleaned up. It's 2 members of World Elite dead, and that was a bad idea.
Yeah, it certainly was, because he had the flash available. You knew that was what they were going to go for, because Aluka just feels like he can blow anyone up.
Oh my gosh, he tries once again, but does not succeed. That's the 3rd time with no success.
Yeah, but Lei is just standing in front of everyone, tanking up that damage. A minute 19 on Baron. They're going to forfeit complete control of that area. And this is why Braum is such a good support. You know, we talked about how weak he is during the laning phase. When it gets to 5v5, put him up there in the S tier category. Because he is just able to absorb all the damage coming through from WE right now.
Lei is trying so hard not to let his teammates die, and there's actually a bit of a window for RNG to look for this mid-tier 2. Wu Xin does serious damage with 2.5 items. Conan tries to protect it, but not even he can defend it from this late-game jinx, and Wu Xin secures the tier 2.
And the gold's back to very even right now. Standing gold actually in the favor of RNG, and we always point that out as a scary metric. Nearly 3 completed items now on Woosh. But Baron, very real objective. They've left it open.
Yeah, the Baron is coming up in 20 seconds. Orb Elite have got vision spotting all of RNG's red side jungle, so they will know that RNG are heading over there. Wu Xin completes his Bloodthirster and is sitting in fountain right now. Oh, he was saving up for the Spectral Cowl. So now he can finally group up with the rest of his team while Aluka splits on the other side of the map.
Okay, so Aluka has the teleport available. He's going to be able to just create a slow push or just shove out the entirety of the wave. Always amuses me to watch whether top laners will just hard shove or create a slow push.
He's actually recalling right now, so might be looking to group up with the rest of his team.
There's a great couple wards in the forest in the mid lane that he can get behind the lineup. And, you know, if they can split which angle Xie and Aluka are hitting from, there will be great things for the WE lineup. And we mentioned Xie's build. It's great for persistent damage, not so good for the burst damage. And right now you can see that a lot of it's coming down to Xiao, who just dropping the Chaos Storm. He once again has a really good persistent damage sword as well. He's got a Rylai's. This game's crazy.
So it's Rylai's who ends up building the Rylai's that we expected to see on Xiaohu this time. But again, this is 513. Very strong item in this patch. The two teams are now grouped up in the mid lane while the top laners split on the opposite side. Aluka is grouped up with his team. Not entirely certain why. Oh, he's just dropping his one ward. Good work. Clearing out the Scuttle Crab as Baron's Dragon spawns in 15 seconds. This is Dragon number 3 for both of the teams. While MLXG waits over the side of Baron Pit, just waiting for someone to come forward and ward. But if that person turns out to be Aluka, he's going to be a sad kitty.
Looks like Mystic and Xie just going to take away the Dragon while the rest of the team make sure that RNG isn't able to trade it back with the Baron buff.
That Dragon is secured easily by World Elite, and it seems like RNG had a bit of difficulty making up their mind with what they wanted to do right there.
It's only a Dragon number 3, you don't really want to run. Like, they're happy for WE to dive them, because as you can see, it just keeps going wrong for WE. Both, at all stages of this game, it looks like the proactive team loses. So just play reactively, make sure that you're not the one that gets engaged upon. As Aluka also has a Randuin.
Yes.
So he is super tanky.
Oh, Lei actually caught very far forward. Stands aside.
Enough?
Yeah. Dashes away as MLXG positions himself to save. Let me split pushing.
You can just tell they want the Baron so bad right now. Anything they think is an advantage, they're going to use to just take that objective. Because they do it so quickly.
Yeah, they're waiting in the pit right now. Here comes Lei. He's going to get a ward over the wall. Not going to be picked off this time. Spear finds Spirit. I feel like there's a pun in there, but we're not going to dig too deep. While RNG skirmish around the mid lane, Pink Ward misses the bush. Oh no, there goes the fish. They find MLXG. He flashes the wall. Lamy once again gets caught out. Wu Xin tries to shred through Aluka, but he's so tanky. Spirit follows up to dive onto Wu Xin. This is a terrifying spot for Wu Xin to go. Let me over the wall. Manages to save Wu Xin just barely, but he finally drops to the AoE from Aluka while Xie trades it over with a double kill. Mystic chases down Let Me, and that's an ace for World Elite.
What a fight coming through from World Elite off a great fish over the wall. Once again, Conan, though, with all the follow-up CC, 1-0 and 9. You have to mention the bottom laner for Team WE having a fantastic performance. 30 seconds left. They don't really have anyone to take up turrets, so they might be able to break the top base, but game definitely not over yet.
Yeah, most definitely isn't. Talisman of the Ascension is used to escort the minions under the turret. Aluka doesn't even mind face taking it for a bit. I wonder why he was so afraid of tanking it earlier, because he is so tanky right now. They get onto the inhibitor. Mystic tries to shred through. He will succeed despite Lamy's attempt to save it, and the inhibitor goes down.
And this is one of the more contentious League of Legends conversations right now. What is the correct way to build Ryze? Like, do you get a Ludens? Do you go a Death Cap? Do you max E? Like, how do you want to do it? Luca going for much more of a bruiser feel because his team needed a tank at the front line. We mentioned it in Champions Select. But he definitely is still able to do respectable damage and catch potential on squishy targets with this build.
Yeah, WE will get onto the Baron as well.
I suppose it helps that he's 100 CS up. I guess you can build anything at that point.
Yeah, that's generally nice. Gosh, RNG, they really wanted that lane swap to deal with him.
Yeah.
And they just could not find it, and this is the yield of that.
But in saying that, Woosh definitely in a good position right now. He's going towards his last Whisper. Cut through some of the armor that Spirit and Lucas put together.
Yeah, he needs that last Whisper.
You're seeing Mystic very much using Vayne's kit to not have to do that. Sees all the magic resistance on the lineup. Really only Let Me in the top lane that has any armor. So he's going for a Bloodthirst. He's going to have double lifesteal item, Phantom Dancer, and Infinity Edge. That is a...
Yeah, Vayne's
I'm going to say ballsy. I'm actually going to commit to it, because if he gets caught by Xiaohu, he's dead. But in saying that, he does a heck of a lot of damage if he catches anyone else.
We'll see if World Elite can successfully close this match out. They escort one single minion under the turret and are able to drop it in time. With that Baron buff, they clear now 2 inhibitors, only 1 still standing for RNG, and that minion wave is nowhere near close to that turret.
Oh, and it was actually a Banshee's Veil finished up by GA, so it wasn't the Spirit Visage, so we didn't want the extra healing coming through. Just wants a bubble to hide in.
Yep. Just play it nice and safe. Xie being super defensive, because right now I feel like Xie knows that he's not the primary target for RNG. RNG are doing everything they can to murder a Luca, and they cannot quite do it.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's just a persistent damage comp coming out of both, with only the AD carries committing to any form of, I guess, burst. I don't know if you can say that about an AD carry. They've got a lot of damage items, very little tank items, but they're running, both teams are running bruiser mages in the mid lane. There's no death cap in this game. With how important death cap is on 1-3, it has blown my mind. Like, we upped the AP percentage to like 35.
Yep.
It's a really good item, guys.
Mystic gets onto the last inhibitor turret. Looks like they are just going to commit to it. The turret falls. Lamy is the target. He goes low, and he's going to end up going down over the extended engage. Let Me tries to save him, but it's not enough as Mystic chases forward with Xie. Aluka lands the snare. They're cleaning up RNG, and now it's just a matter of wiping up the mess that is RNG's innards on this map.
And they do it. They take the clean ace with a triple kill going over to Mystic. Team WE, they start their campaign second spot in their side, Seda, and they get the first.